in a monochrome world, broken from the sight through her lonely eyes. It reflects the ocean and stars, but her cry echoes around the simple loss of love in her heart, making this whole fairy tale alive. Earth and sorrow's tender embrace. This was never meant to happen. The light of the day, the only reason you have to stay. Hear me sing my song and just keep holding on.
So loud. Okay, it's been... Get out of there. It's been a while. I've been busy. I'm so sorry, but tonight is the night, ladies and gentlemen, that we record a bunch. I know I said that last time and I only recorded 2 episodes, but tonight is the night where we really get some answers. Are you all ready? We're getting some answers. And questions, maybe. Probably both. Most likely both. Most likely both? Are we here? Totally forgot what was happening. Keep your stance straight, princess! Jurian gives me the warning, but too late on purpose. I can see the smile on her face as she effortlessly slides past my defenses and taps me on the shoulder with her wooden sword. Thank God it's wooden. I got you. Shut up. Again. For the last few days I've been practicing with Jurian and Garland because Claude still hasn't come out of his room. The knights offered to train me, and right now they are teaching me about the ways to hold the sword. Not with your toes! This is slow, but Claude did tell me I wouldn't be able to master the sword so quickly. Claude. Bastard. He made me so angry that one day I could not even properly give him my gifts. Didn't she like throw it on the floor? She's like, take it. Yet I still feel sad that he is not here teaching me himself. Come on, princess, focus. I am focusing, but I'm also thinking. Just give me a moment. I jolt out of my reverie and nod. Someday people will understand my pain. Someday people will understand. Those who do Let's Plays will understand my pain. And not Jurian. And not at Jurian, sorry. I had like a hiccup. Okay. I ready myself for a next strike and once again get tapped, this time on the hip. What are you looking at? Garland takes over after Jurian and then we do rounds where I try to hit them with certain strikes. They are both good at teaching, but it does not feel the same as Claude's instruction. His lessons seemed less like they were out of the book. Out of a book. Don't worry, princess. It always starts out slow. Claude was just as slow at training, but look at him now. He's a big boy. Garland whips his head around in Jurian's direction, his face turning deep red. Jurian, that nickname. It's pretty. It's cute. You're so much fun to tease. Nah. She beams at him and then laughs at his embarrassed face. There we go. Our practice goes on for a few more minutes before the knights tell me to wrap it up for the night. I think I'm going to stay out here for a little bit. Princess, you know it's dangerous here at night. Yeah, but I got my new sword skills to show off. What's up? If I don't return in 10 minutes, you can come back and check on me. Jurian seems unconvinced, but she eventually nods. Fine, but keep your guard up, princess. I got my wooden sword. I watch the 2 knights as they head back. I see Garland put his arm around Jurian's waist, pulling her close. Oh, where's my celebration tissue? Ha! Ha! I hit my lamp doing that. I turn away from the sight, ignoring the heavy feeling in my stomach. I'll just practice the swings for 5 more minutes. The only thing I hear in the clearing while I practice is my shallow breathing and the wind in my ears. Something breaks the concentration, however. I see a glimmer of color in the forest then, and I instantly stop. My hands are growing tense on the wind sword. Bring it on! What's that? Was it a goose? Was it a goose? I'm trying. I pause for a second, trying to think of the most vicious creature I possibly can, and the word goose comes out of my mouth. Was it a goose? It was a goose. I glance around my surroundings, and then I freeze when I feel a hand on my shoulder. I can feel someone's breath on my neck. Put your hand over his! And it's just like, it's not even Claude, it's just like this burglar guy. Burglar guy. You've been burgled. I can't even anymore. It was just this burglar guy. Somebody kill me. Okay. Oh, God. This is going great. Alright. Community guides. Alright. I know I should pause it, but whatever. whatever. Okay. Turn and point your sword at him. But. Alright, fine. Let me just save just in case, because I don't trust you. Why do I even bother looking at that thing? I'm pretty sure I recognize Claude's hand, but because I know it's him, I also know what he'd want to do to me. Want me to do. That went in two different directions. I duck away from his hand and quickly turn to point my sword. The tip of the wood is at his neck, and for a few stunned moments, I think I've won. Even Claude looks surprised. Look what I did! It's really him. But then Claude's hand moved over. But then Claude's hands have moved, and he has one hand over my wrist and the other on the sword. Good, Sexto. You realize you've had an opening, but you broke your concentration. You son of a bitch. Okay. Claude, you son of a bitch. Claude removes his hand, allowing me to lower my sword. I'm sorry, Sexto. You should be. I should whack you on the head with this thing. I feel my breath catch in my throat when Claude holds out the rose pendant that I got for him. I feel my cheeks flush. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got that for you. Out of the goodness of my heart and Waltz's money. You accidentally left this beautiful thing in my room when I... Well, I came to return it. When you what? When you what? Return it? Yes, you left it in my room, so I thought it was appropriate to bring it back to you. Does he really think I left that there on accident? I literally threw it at you. I didn't just, oopsies, dropped it. No, I threw it at you. It was meant for you. Why would I leave it in your room on accident? But I bought it for you with Waltz's money, and I wanted to give it to you, but you were acting so strangely and like a little bitch. Claude's eyes widened, the surprise clear on his face. Sexto, you bought this for me? Yeah. How do you feel now? Why does he look so shocked? Claude, I had a theory as to why he suddenly got upset, and then it poofed right out of my head. I don't know what it was, and now it's gonna bother me. Claude looks at me in awe for a few moments. His eyes go back down to the locket. He traces a finger around the, intricate shape, his eyebrows slowly furrowing. It's a thank you for everything that you've done for me. It's a thank you. You're welcome. Sexto. This is beautiful. Sure is. Costs a lot of money too. He lets the chain fall through his fingers as he stares at the rose pendant with adoration. I feel my heartbeat stutter. Sorry. As he turns to regard me with the same gentle smile. He leans forward and my breathing stops as he reaches out and holds up my glass slipper necklace. What are you doing? He's standing so close to me. You really are a good person, Sexto. What? You completed your second good deed. I think some kind of congratulations is in order. Are you seriously not going to apologize or at least tell me what was wrong with you? Is there anything you want that I can give you? Your love. I look up at him and notice that Claude's smile doesn't reach his eyes. He still looks sad. I feel like there's so much that I want from Claude, but I don't want to ask him for something that might make him sad. I want a hug. Yeah, I want a hug. Just in case. Just in case. Give me a hug. Yeah, give me a hug. Come on. Bring it in. Bring it in. Bring it in. Everybody just bring it in. Claude looks at me in surprise. He thinks I'm being foolish for making such a request, doesn't he? I shouldn't have said anything. Sorry, Sexto, but the guide said to. But before I can say anything else, Claude takes a step. If you start crying, I swear to God. If you start crying. Claude takes a step forward and wraps me in his arms. Babe! He pulls me towards him, and in those moments of silence, all I can hear is his heartbeat resounding in his chest. I can feel his warmth all around me, and his fingers clasped gently at my back. I feel so strange. My heart is racing, and my knees feel weak. Da 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 da. Something like this. Do you not know what a hug is, darling? Oh, you poor neglected child. He speaks right into my ear. Whoa, it's like you're right there. It is a surprisingly pleasant feeling. Suddenly, Claude makes a noise of distress and he steps away from me. Don't cry, baby, don't cry, please! All of the warmness that was pressed against me 1 moment ago is gone. the fuck was that? It scared the crap out of me. Karma suddenly stops, eyes wide. Oh my gosh, my theory just came into my head. Ah! Alright. Hear me out. So, we all saw the recent movie Beauty and the Beast. We all got refreshed with the story, right? And his is Beauty and the Beast. He's got that, that rose on his chest. Now, in the story of Beauty and the Beast, he had to fall in love or have somebody fall in love with him before the flower petals fell off, right? What if that is what's happening to him? What if that's what's happening? And then he can't find love, and he was having trouble finding love, and he's sad because he's gonna die now. Oh boy. My theory just right back into my head. If that is the case, babe! Karma suddenly stops, eyes wide. He puts his hand on his chest and takes a step away from me, his fingers clutching at the fabric of his shirt. Am I right? Claude, am I right? Baby, am I right? He's dying! Someone send help! Am I right? I think I'm right! Oh god. Guys, I think I'm like a little bit on the track there. Claude has a pain expression on his face, only make me more anxious. I'm trying to... not now. No! Maylee, pro voice actor. Hello, how are you? Claude, are you okay? What's wrong? My theory is what's wrong. Sex, don't even worry about it. It's gonna be okay. He lowers his hand with a pained smile slowly fading from his face. This does little to reassure me. It was my fault you were locked in your room for so long? Was it my fault? You just look so pained to be anywhere near me. No, most definitely not. I was feeling under the weather. You were depressed. Don't. Shh. Precious lips. And also bitter. Well, there. About what? What were you bitter about? Bitter? Why would he feel bitter? But it's not for you to worry about, darling. But no. Explanation, please. What? No. Help. Deep breaths, May. Okay. For now, we should head back. It's late and you need to rest. Oh, so we're just magically okay now? Sweet. I just got back from patrol, so I would like to rest as well. Alright. Is there anything else I can do for you? No, sweet Sextove. You've already done enough for me. He clutches the rose locket to his chest and sighs out little with a gentle smile. This smile feels real to me. Sexto, we need to have a talk. This is a beautiful gift now. I treasure it always. Thank you, Sexto. Yeah, well, now I'm pretty much Waltz's bitch for a while, so you better like it. Now shall we head back? Yeah, if you don't have a heart attack on the way. I nodded him. We silently walk back to the March-In. Is he dying? What? When we make it back to the tavern, I feel tired, but also lighter than I have for weeks. Claude wishes me a good night before slowly walking off to his room, holding the rose locket I gave him tightly. You're supposed to wear that, by the way, not just hold it in your hand, but okay. Today, I am walking around town to do some errands with Claude. Oh my goodness. It has been quite a while since we have done this. Though we are here to run errands, there is also something else that drew me into the town today. Yesterday, Waltz came back to the March-In and told us of an announcement the king was making today. Apparently that announcement has been posted for at least a week's time, but Waltz had only caught on to it after hearing about it from the crowd after one of his puppet shows. I'm not sure what this announcement entails, but I feel that I need to see the king make it with my own eyes. I can see some more people milling about than usual, which means most of them must be waiting for the king to speak. I have a bad feeling about this. It's not strange for the king to make announcements, but it feels so sudden. And with everything else that's happened to me, I feel on edge. Sorry, I was moving my drink. Claude! Oh, you're so it's great to see you back in a dress. It's really good. It's refreshing, really. It's lovely. You look great. Sorry, that was the wrong button. There we go. Yep. Beautiful. Okay, I want to know what these are. What are these? What are those? Okay. Wow, Sexto, you made these bags sound a lot lighter than they'd actually be. Stop complaining, Miss Karma. You get valuable experience out of carrying bags. Seeing Claude complain is amusing, especially since I know he can handle the load. I feel like a servant. You should. What does that make me when you made me carry all those bags before? An assistant? I roll my eyes at him. We're both working at the Martian, you know. And then the thought strikes me. What do you even do at the Martian? Claude looks surprised at my question, but then he quickly smiles at me. I train the knights, of course. That's all you do? I also attract customers with a beautiful reputation. But then you bitch slap them when they flirt with you. Girl, this is a two-way street. I mean, boy, this ain't a two-way street. You know, you can't do that, man. I start laughing and Claude's face flushes. Darling, I get the feeling that you're laughing at me. No, man, don't worry about it. I just thought of a joke. I wonder. We finish up the rest of our errands and then we sit down in town plaza to rest. Claude leaves briefly and then returns with a slice of cake. Oh, but why not a cupcake for both of us to share as a snack? I have a lot of things I want to ask him, and now it feels like the right time to do so. May I ask you a question? Of course, darling, anything. Do you enjoy dressing like a woman? We finally come to this. I'm glad you asked, Sexto. Let's get some answers. I don't mind it, really. But what are those? It's like a it's like a small throw pillow under there? What is that? I appreciate the beauty in anything. You girls get to wear quite an assortment of lovely dresses and makeup. It's quite beautiful. But so time-consuming. I feel more comfortable in my own clothes, but I don't mind dresses. Good to know. Get a man that can do both. That is the goal. I guess you had to wear a dress for so long that you get used to it. I have another question. And what would that be? When I was in your room the other day, you spoke about a woman. Were you talking about the witch who cursed you? Oh no, the woman I was talking about... He suddenly goes silent. You're not gonna tell me, are you? And lowers his head, his expression fades and says something more melancholy, and I feel my heart lurch. Maybe I shouldn't have brought that up. To my surprise, Claude continues. Yeah, he's some answers. Shortly after I came to Angel, this one place, there was a woman that I met whose smile was as radiant as sunshine. I swear to God, if it's that one chick that is my stepsister that I cannot remember the name of, I'm gonna flip my shit. Flip it! She was beautiful, and when she laughed, everything felt right about the world. Hearing him talk about her makes me uncomfortable. Am I jealous? Probably. I know I am. And I don't even know this lovely human being. Claude watches me quietly, as if he's measuring my expression. Eventually he goes back to speaking. I knew her for many months. Time passed, and I thought we were truly in love. And then He goes silent for a few moments, his eyes distant, his expression pained. Well, something happened, and I realized she only loved me because of my curse. She was drawn to me because as any other woman is. She seemed to be so genuine in comparison. What is this music? It's like a sudden realization. Comparison to other women, but in the end, Claude trails off and lets out an exasperated sigh. Like, what is this? Calm down. Nobody's dying. Nobody's suddenly revived. It's okay. Heroes never die. You're truly in love with her. I've dated many women, many women, but I've never fallen in love with someone who has honestly loved me back. So then that last person he loved was that one woman. Claude looks at me for a few moments. He does not speak. Sexto, do you mind if I asked you a question? I do mind. Please don't. God, no. No, I don't mind. Have you ever loved anyone? My mother. How about that? Yes, of course. My mother, of course. Sexto, your mother. No. Can we not? Do you not really? No, okay. Apparently it has not clicked in her head that her mother was a witch, and with a B. I was referring to romantic kind of love. Romantic kind of love? What does that kind of love feel like? Allow me to enlighten you, darling. He smiles at me, and it's surprisingly genuine. It can feel simultaneously like floating and sinking. Your heart stutters and you worry about small things, about offending this person in some way. I wonder if they'll like what you're wearing, or if they would prefer a sandwich to a casserole when you treat them for dinner. You begin to find beauty in all of the things that they do. Their presence makes you feel complete in a way you have never thought of before. You try to imagine life without that person and find that you cannot even consider such a thing as... consider such a thing as painful, so much that it feels like it might break your heart, literally. Claude continues talking, but my mind is already whirling, though he phrases things in a way that still feels unnecessarily dramatic, sorry. I feel a tinge of familiarity. The things he's describing, those are the things I feel when I'm with him. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Flat twist! Before I can say anything, we hear the sounds of hooves and both of us turn. Thank you. The music is over. I can see a procession of knights along with the king on his horse. He normally rides into town like this, but today he's not smiling and there are way too many knights riding with him. It's that... Whoa! Sir Outcaster, Jesus! Let us go find a place to stand and watch. As you wish. Claude walks with me into the crowd, gathering around the king, and we find a spot to spectate at the very edge, close to the alleyways. My beloved citizens of Angel, I have come before you today to make an important announcement. Ever since I was given the crown, I have sworn to live my life for the people and to rule in all fairness, so that our kingdom can enjoy great peace. Woo! Alright. I stare at the king, an uneasy feeling in my stomach when I notice that there is a sadness in his eyes, though he is smiling. Then I notice Sir Alcaster appears to be hiding a smile. Oh my god! Oh my god! I know what's going on! I do not like where this is going. The king's speech goes on for a long minutes after that, with him detailing the commitments he's made, the goals he set, and finally, his love for his people. Woo! The audience around us claps and cheers, but Claude and I are silent. Something's not right. I know! You feel it too? I feel it deep within. I nod in response. To this day I keep that promise. I would never break this oath, for it is the foundation on which I rule. Yeah! It's just one person in the back. It's just that one little midget in the back, and he keeps clapping after everybody stopped clapping, and he jumps up and goes, yeah! Sorry, I just imagined that. It was so funny. Unfortunately, the unwelcome news that I bring you today gives me a reason to hand this foundation over to someone else. What? I have fallen terminally ill. So many words want to come out of my mouth at once that it all just turned into... That's all it'd come out as, because there's just so many words I want to say. And not enough time. This king's, I know this word, I swear to God, but it's not coming out of my mouth for some reason. What the king has said is met with shocked and angry chattering from the audience. One guy in the back. Woo! I cannot hear anything that's being said over the cacophony of the voices, but I know that the audience is dissenting. I stiffen as I stare at the king. He's lying. Totally lying. Liar, liar, pants on fire! Can't see his pants. I can tell by the firm set of his jaw and the way his eyes flicker across the crowd faster than they ought to. The king has lied to me so many times before that I can recognize when he does it. I know that this unfortunate news must come to a shock, but this is an illness for which there's no current cure. It's called fucking betrayal by Sir Alcaster. As for the question of my successor, he trails off for a few moments, and I think I see something in his eyes, a hint of urgency, but I'm not sure why. Crowned Princess Emmy is unmarried and still too young to rule on her own. I feel a pang of irritation and confusion. Another lie. Emmy could rule just fine with the help of Sir Mithras and the others. Who the fuck is Sir Mithras? Have I forgotten? After much... After much thought, I have come to the conclusion that our kingdom, oh God, which still continues to face danger from the witches, they're nice people, is best put in the capable hands of the commander of the Order, Sir Alcaster. Saw that one coming from a mile away. I cannot hide my shock. The rest of the audience reacts similarly, their hidden outbursts a testament to their confusion. While I will be providing support, Jesus, and assistance from the sidelines, I cannot in all good grace continue to wear this crown that is not on my head currently, when I know I cannot serve my people they deserve, but as they deserve. Simply put, I believe that the witches have gained more power in the recent months, and Sir Alcaster is best suited to deal with these conflicts. My diaphragm is aching so bad. The fairy tale curse runs more rampant these days, and there have been more reports of incidents involving magic. Shame. I can't do this voice much longer. Please just end your speech or keel over and die. The murmuring continues, except now the townsfolk sound panicked. This cannot be true. I do not miss the reluctance in the king's next words. Sir Alcaster, I'm dying, has also suggested a number of remedies to our laws, especially concerning our security and work hours. I believe that Sir Alcaster can better rule this country in these turbulent times. Please show him all the love and loyalty you have shown me. That bastard. Claude has a foul expression on his face, and his words feel heavy in a low whisper. I know the king. He takes every duty upon himself and would never hand his crown to someone else. Once Sir Alcaster comes to stand on the podium, he silences them with a glare. Citizens of Angria. Oh, God. I swear to you that I will... May Meili, 2017, voice actor real. Sir Alcaster, the new king. Here we go. I swear to you that I will serve you all as well as Gennaro has. Oh, that's his name. That being said, I also believe some changes will need to be made. Why am I not voice acting for this game? I can do every character. Dude, creator of the game, where are you? Contact me now. Sir Alcaster continues to speak. He mentions things like curfews for safety, extended work hours, and additional taxes to go toward the— This does not sound good! Curfews and extended work hours? And taxes to go toward the knights, but I am slowly beginning to block out the drone of his voice. I was doing such a good job, Sexto, how dare you? What is going on, sir? No, Alcaster must have done something to force the king into the charade. Sorry, I didn't see the last word. The king stands behind Alcaster with his hands clasped, his eyes alert, but there is a helplessness to them that I've never seen before. This isn't long before the crowd's unsettled murmuring becomes agitated and whispering. I am stunned when Claude cups his hands to his mouth and starts shouting. There is only one king! Yep, that's what Claude sounds like. King Gennaro, let's chant! Come on, guy in the back, woo! Claude grips my hand and starts leading me around the outskirts so that people cannot spot him as he continues to shout. Oh, he's doing the protest. Let me get where's my picket sign? The crowd begins to chant along with Claude, yeah, and then they draw near to the stage where my father and Alcaster are standing. There is only one king, King Gennaro! Is this a chant or is it just speaking? There is only one king, King Gennaro, fuck you. Let's go, Sexto, I've started a movement. We must go! Preparations are in order. The crowd is right next to the platform now and the chant carries on. Claude pulls me behind him, but my mind is on my father and on his desperate eyes. We have started a movement, guys. It will not be forgotten. Alright, everybody. Get together, get your picket signs, get your— what else is there in a strike? Oh, get your, thing that makes your voice louder. A microphone? No. I don't know what that thing's called. I want to say air horn, but that's not right. I know that's not right. What is it called? That's gonna bug me. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next episode now, because shit's about to go down. Bye-bye.